The quiet in this apartment is so loud, you know? It's not empty, it's just thick. It rolls in after the sun goes down and basically smothers everything. The edges of the room get all blurry, and the only thing that's perfectly in focus is the big gaping hole where he's supposed to be. It's been 17 days since Mark left, and this quiet fog thing just keeps getting worse. I try to fight it during the day. I blast angry music, listen to podcasts about serial killers, normal, healthy stuff. But at night, it just creeps under the door and settles in. I swear it has a smell, like dust and something old you forgot to unplug. It gets in the back of my throat, and this is when my nightly psycho ritual begins. It's a sickness, I'm not kidding. Around 2 a.m., I get this jolt, like my heart just got jump-started, and the first thing my hand does is reach for my phone. It's not even a phone anymore. It's my own personal little torture device. I'm not stupid enough to check his Instagram, that's amateur hour. My thumb, which is apparently a total traitor, opens the Notes app. We had a shared list. A boring, stupid list called Stuff. It was for groceries, movies to watch, errands. Basically a running diary of our life together. And he's still using it. Tonight, a new item popped up. Right above my last entry, that fancy olive oil, he added projector screen. Just 2 words. But my brain instantly builds an entire universe around them. He's in a new place. He's making it a home. He's planning movie nights with someone else. Someone who's going to watch our movies on his stupid new screen. I can literally see her, curled up on a couch I've never seen, her head on his shoulder. I'm basically digging my own grave with the light from my phone, and I can't even stop. The fog feels like it's getting solid, pressing in on me. So I do it. I do the one thing I swore to myself I wouldn't do. I open our texts. I scroll past the last few messages, the cold, business-like ones about the utility bill. I just keep scrolling, my thumb a blur, flying backwards in time, back when things were good. I find a voice note he sent from a business trip. It's only 15 seconds of him whispering in some hotel room about how he couldn't sleep because the bed felt too big without me. His voice, that low rumble I know so well, fills the apartment, and this sound just rips out of my throat. It's this horrible animal noise, and then I just break. My heart is doing this crazy, panicked drum solo against my ribs. There's this tiny, sane part of my brain locked away somewhere screaming, "Chloe, don't. This is the last door. Do not open it. Just let it be." But the fog is too thick. I feel so lost, and I think maybe if I just send up a little flare, he'll see I'm still here. My fingers are all sweaty, one word, cinnamon. It was our code. It started when I tried to bake for him and used salt instead of sugar by mistake. A total disaster. So cinnamon became our shorthand for a beautiful screw-up, a catastrophic mistake made with the best intentions. It meant I messed up, but I love you. It's the most personal weapon I have, and I'm about to launch it directly at his new life. My thumb is trembling over the send button. I bite my lip, taste blood, and I press it. The little blue bubble appears. Delivered. The verdict is in. The regret isn't a slow burn. It's a punch to the gut that knocks all the air out of me. I literally feel sick. What have I done? I took our sweetest, most private inside joke and turned it into this pathetic, desperate cry for help. And now the silence in the apartment changes. It's not just heavy anymore. It's watching me. It's the silence of him seeing my name pop up, reading that one word and making a choice. The choice to just ignore it. The minutes drag on. I'm just staring at the screen, begging for those 3 little typing dots that are never going to appear. My little flare went up and fizzled out in an empty sky. I'm gripping my phone so hard my knuckles are white, about to just hurl it at the wall to make any kind of sound, and then the screen went black. And in the reflection, I saw myself. Just this wild, hollow-eyed girl with tangled hair and her mouth hanging open. Smashing the phone suddenly felt like a kindness, and I knew deep down that I didn't deserve one. I slid out of bed. The floor was cold enough to sting. I started pacing like a caged animal from the window to the door and back again, past the bookshelf with the stupid little clay bird he made for me. My own skin felt wrong, like it was too tight. I didn't sleep. I just paced and watched the sky turn from black to that sick gray color of a morning you don't want to face. This was it. This was the bottom. The next day, I was basically a zombie, just doom scrolling online, looking for something, anything, to distract me from my own humiliation. I ended up on a forum for urban gardeners. I don't have a garden. I live in a box in the sky. But in a thread about getting rid of aphids, some user named LateBloomer72 had left a comment. This is probably the wrong place for this, but if the pests you're dealing with are in your head, my daughter sent me this. She called it the 7-Day Field Medic Kit, a list of small concrete actions. She said it won't fix the wound, but it might stop the bleeding long enough for you to get your bearings. It did for me, and then she posted the list. It was so simple it was almost insulting. The digital mute their contact. Mute their stories. Don't block. Just turn the volume of their life down to 0. The physical edit. Take one photo of them down. Don't destroy it. Put it in a book. Close the book. The primal shock. For 60 seconds, splash your face with the coldest water you can stand. The sound map. Sit by an open window for 10 minutes. Write down every single distinct sound you hear. The pattern break. Walk to your front door and back, but do it backwards. The memory override. When a thought of them starts, force yourself to describe in detail the layout of your childhood bedroom. The first flavor. Make the first thing you taste in the morning something intensely sour. Stop the bleeding. That's exactly what it felt like. A slow, steady bleed out of my dignity. I was desperate enough to try anything. Day 1, the digital mute. Muting felt different than blocking. Less dramatic. More like I was just quietly turning the volume down on him in my life. The Ouija board in my hand went quiet. Day 2, the physical edit. The framed picture of us on the beach, the one on my nightstand. I took it out, slipped it into a thick book I'll never read, and put the book on the highest shelf. The room immediately felt a little more like mine. Day 3, the primal shock. I leaned over the sink, took a deep breath, and just went for it. The water was so cold it felt like pins and needles. It was a clean, sharp pain that had nothing to do with him. For a whole minute, the only thing I could think about was cold. It was a brutal, amazing reset button. The next few days were a blur of these weird little assignments. I sat on my floor and wrote down siren, dog, neighbor's TV, my own breathing. It was proof the world was still making noise. I walked backwards from my couch to my door. I felt like a complete idiot, but it also made me feel every muscle in my legs, forcing me into the present moment. The memories still tried to creep in, but when they did, I'd shut my eyes and start mapping out the past. The unicorn poster was on the wall across from the bed. The desk was cheap pine. There was a scratch on the 3rd drawer. This morning was day 7. I woke up and that familiar dread started to crawl up my throat. But I had my orders. I went to the kitchen, squeezed half a lemon into a glass, and took a sip. The sourness was an explosion. It woke up every single part of me. And my first complete thought of the day wasn't his name. It was, wow, that is really, really sour. A little while ago, I was brushing my teeth. I glanced up and actually met my own eyes in the mirror. For weeks, I've been avoiding it, flinching away from that haunted-looking girl. But today I didn't, I just looked. The dark circles are still there. They're basically luggage at this point. But the frantic, hunted look in my eyes is gone. It's just quiet. I don't look happy. I don't even look okay. I just look like a soldier after a really long war. I look like I survived. So if you're reading this, and it's that soul-crushing time of night when you think your world has ended and your thumb is hovering over a name that hurts to look at, just listen. I'm not healed, but I'm not bleeding out anymore. That stupid random list from an internet stranger was a tourniquet. It didn't fix the wound, but it gave me something to do with my own 2 hands to save my own damn life. It won't make the ache go away, but it's a start. It's the first step out of the fog. Put the phone down. Just for tonight. Tomorrow, try day 1. It's a small, stupid thing, but it's real. And it's yours.